outside Dean Court, a 2-1 defeat for Bournemouth against Ipswich. Very disappointing. On a school night, we got schooled, buddy. Isn't that right, Noah?
Yeah, annoyingly. 1.5 days to go.
Oh yeah, until it's time off school. Yeah, but we didn't play very well today, did we?
No, we didn't.
What wasn't right about it, do you think?
Refereeing performance, absolute disgrace.
Oh really?
It was clearly in the box for the pen. It should have been a pen. They need to get rid of VAR. It's a disgrace to the game of football.
That's a very strong opinion on VAR. Do you think that we can blame the result upon that, or do you think there's also something to be said about the way that we played today?
Yeah, we weren't as energetic as in normal Bournemouth.
We weren't as energetic. It's something we've been noticing recently. Why do you think that might be, Noah?
I think we're missing Cliver and Sinistera.
I think you might be right, but there's some good analysis there. Okay, try and end on a positive note for me. Give me a man of the match, someone who did quite well for Bournemouth today.
Evan Nelson, because he scored.
Absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much for coming on. See you soon.
Oh, Tex, what's happened, Tex?
It's all gone, isn't it?
It's all fallen apart in my fingers.
It's awful.
Mate. Yeah, we had some good times. That we got.
It was great. It was great back then.
Oh, we got to enjoy that. That's why we had to enjoy their moments. Yes, we're in a moment, aren't we? We're terrible. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I got stick in January. I said it in January. Like, I don't know why people are so surprised when Andoni's looking at the subs bench going, the only way I can change this game is put Howson at right back and bring on Dan Jefferson, because he's got no other choice. Because we decided Aarons and Billing are going to go out on loan and we're going to bring in no one. So we had no choice. So we're literally at the end of the game. He's got no options. He's got no options at all. He's got the only options on the bench were James Hill, Winterburn, and Silcott Dewberry.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, what do you expect? I mean, Ipswich deserve credit because they come in to try and make it nasty, but they took their moments.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Because they weren't a team that looked like they were going to score two, but
No.
they done it. They took their moments and we didn't. And the team that went out there should win the game. We've got quality players out there, but they're dead on the feet. They're absolutely dead on the feet because they're playing every minute, like we said back when we were beating Newcastle and stuff. It's always going to catch up with them. If you can't see that, I don't understand. I mean, of course it's going to catch up with you, but if you've got the options on the bench, you can rotate during when you've got a game. You've got a quarter final against Man City on Sunday. You've got a game on Wednesday. We can't do anything because Andoni has got zero options. He's got zero options. And we said this ages ago, and he gets one knock. All that's happened is we've had one knock, and that's to Clivert, and we're done. We're done. Clivert's got a knock, we're done. Because you're playing Scott in there who isn't that sort of player. Just not good enough again, and you just haven't got the options. Christie has been carrying injury. We have to play him.
Yeah.
We've got no options. We have to play him. And yeah, like I say, we're to try and chase the game. We're putting Dean Howson at right back. That's all we can do. And I really feel for Andoni. And listen, it's such a bad defeat today that it looks really unlikely now to achieve things like Europe. But the main thing for me is I love this manager, and I'm worried that this gaffer will go. I was comfortably in 7th in January. Yeah. I was comfortably in 7th. You let 2 of my squad players go, and you didn't let me bring anyone in. And now I'm struggling. Yeah. You haven't helped me, and that's my worry. That is my worry because he can't change it. Even I'm looking at the bench going, I don't know what he can do here. He's tried so many things. I mean, Lewis Cook's played about 4 positions tonight. Brooks has come on in the second half and played about 3.
Yeah.
Because we haven't got the options to change it. And don't get me wrong, the players that played today weren't good enough. I think people like Milos Kerkez, who's had a break at the weekend, who's going to Liverpool probably for a lot of money, weren't good enough. Loads of them weren't good enough. Semenia's fallen off a cliff. The only one, I thought Celeste done alright when he come on. Even Zaba though. Zaba, who's a rock, when he gets the ball he just kicks it. He's just kicking it, and we're not even looking. And the only one I feel sorry for actually on the pitch is Evan Ilson. Evan Ilson, the sacrificial runs he's making, he's working his nuts off. He's getting zero service. So really feel for him. But again, if you keep the door closed at 0-0, you never know, and we're letting in silly goals. So that's the frustration. But
confidence has gone, hasn't it? It just
a little bit.
You just see,
It feels a little bit like when we can see the goal, we're like, God, we got to go again.
Yeah.
It looks like they haven't got that in them anymore, but. You never know with football. Like I say, some of the results we got, we were literally
couldn't believe it,
we were honestly in disbelief. So you know, who knows what can happen in football. I'd like to say well done to Southampton because they were leading till 92 minutes. They didn't win. They didn't.
Did they not?
Nah, they conceded. But I'd like to say well done for leading for a long amount of time. Well done to Ipswich, honestly. I mean, I don't think it would do anything for them. I'd be really shocked if they stayed up. But proper away performance that was, to be fair to them. We weren't good, but they nicked the goal when they had to, and then he defended well. They won it every cross. They won it. So
They won every ball, didn't
yeah,
they?
fair, but it felt a little bit. We went to Luton last season, and they done it. They were that sort of side, but. Listen, we'll have to bounce back, but be interested to see what Andoni says because I just feel he must be so angry that he feels like he's got his hands tied behind his back.
Yeah.
But yeah, but equally the boos are an absolute disgrace. Absolute disgrace.
Yeah,
we're
on this season. No.
We're one. What are we? 4 points. 4 points away from our greatest ever total. It's an absolute disgrace that. But yeah, we weren't good today, mate. See you at West Ham.
See you at West Ham. How are you, James? Well, it was a game, wasn't it? A football. It wasn't my favourite game. Was it yours?
Yeah.
Yeah, you enjoyed it. I'm glad you enjoyed it. You know, it's a bit disappointing. You think we can still do well this season?
Yeah.
Thanks, James. That's really good. Thank you so much. Up the cherries, buddy. Yes, Ollie. Yes, Ollie. Oh, sorry. I must have had some dead air there. That would have been terrible, Ollie. How are you?
Tired.
Okay.
It's been going on for a long time, hasn't it? You do think I don't want to turn into AFCB. When's it going to end, Robbie? But when is it going to end?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
No.
Well, I think there might be something to be said for it. It probably won't end when we expect it to. I think, you know, there was probably a false sense of complacency about going against Ipswich Town. They didn't really show a lot, did they, in the beginning part of the game until they scored, and then they had something to hold on to. So you can sort of understand the players' confidence and thinking that they could get something from the game, but it just didn't come together at all.
They shouldn't be complacent because they've been in some awful form. I was looking at the form; it was genuinely. You were looking at the two lineups. You've got red, grey, red, grey. It's like we're meant to be challenging for Europe, right? It's like I was saying this over there, right? It's not. When you look at the bigger picture, it's not awful. You know, if you spread these losses out throughout a season, I wouldn't be as mad. But then to have them in such quick succession, you know, and yes, before the season, you know, we're thinking transition season, you know, not quite, maybe challenge a bit for Europe, but not quite get it. But then it's the hope that kills you, isn't it? Yeah,
I mean, the run of excellent results and unexpected results, so Tom just said it sort of puts us in a position where, you know, this feels harder than it should, really. This is not, you know, all right, Ipswich are not necessarily going to be staying up, but they've still got something to fight for. Yeah. So you can understand, you know, that we can't expect to win it always.
No, I mean, look, Ipswich aren't an awful side. They're not a Southampton, you know. I'd say, to be honest, at the moment, Southampton's the only side where I'd go into the game thinking, yeah, I'd back us to win this. I genuinely don't think there's another side in the Premier League which I'd be confident to win against at the moment.
Okay.
And going into West Ham, I'm thinking, it's not looking good, is it? I mean, it's just, I don't actually see how it can end. And I think I heard Tom talk about this. Andoni's got nothing. I mean, it used to be with Kiefer Moore. You know, we'd bring him on last stage of the game, you know, and then we'd think, oh, that's game over. We bring on Kiefer Moore. He's not going to score, is he? He's always blazing it over the bar. Now it's Jefferson, and that's not me being mean to Jefferson. I think Jefferson can be a great player, but it's sort of like I don't even know the word. Like sort of the beginning of the end when he comes on. You know,
he's not the answer. Is that what you're saying?
He's a Hail Mary.
Okay.
You know, because you know
he's a body. He's not necessarily the change in the game. Yeah.
Exactly, and it's like
at the moment.
You know, you look at our transfers. I mean, this isn't me saying that Foley's an awful or anything. This is just me saying that maybe transfer-wise we weren't the best. You know, we've got Max Aarons out. We loaned out Philip Billing, and we haven't replaced him.
No.
I mean, don't get me wrong, Julio Soler, he looks great. And you know, you've got Matai Akinboni, who we haven't seen yet. I'm sure he'll be great as well. But I just feel there needed to be a bit more in terms of transfers.
Bit more for today and less for tomorrow. Is that what you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and I really hope that when it comes to the summer, maybe we get someone who can sort of be that squad option at the moment, who can put in a shift, who can come on in at 60 minutes and look like there's not been a big change, and look almost like a seamless substitution, someone who's maybe even improving the side.
Yeah.
And we just haven't got that at the moment.
Well, we'll have the money to spend, won't we? So probably, from the sounds of things. Okay, I'm going to move on if that's all right. I'll give some other people a chance to talk, but give me a positive. Give me one player that stuck out for you today.
I thought Evan Olsen was amazing. I mean, he didn't get the service, did he? But I mean, the goal was well deserved. That's 2 goals, quite similar really in 2 games now. I mean, I look forward to seeing more of him. I think he's a good player. I think Semenyo's looked better.
Okay.
I think. There were a few players who have been underperforming in recent weeks who looked better but not good, if you know what I mean.
Okay. Thanks, Ollie.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming on. How are you doing? You okay?
I've been better, but yeah, it is what it is.
I'm going to try and turn the conversation a little bit and just think about the next game. We've got a lot we could talk about this game, but the next game. There are still chances that we can kickstart this season again, and that could be at West Ham, couldn't it?
Yeah, I mean, what we saw today in the second half, I think, was good, but it wasn't enough to go and beat him or even get a point. And I think West Ham are better than Ipswich, and I think we need to play better as it comes to the end of the season if we want to get near these European places.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What do you think? Is tempo, urgency? What do we need more of? That second half obviously had more of that than the first.
I think we just need to do it throughout the game because it's only happening in the second half and it's just not good enough, I don't think.
Okay. Thank you, mate. Thanks for coming on. Appreciate it.
Yes. Hello, gentlemen.
Hi. Hello, how you doing?
Good.
Good.
I'm a little disappointed.
Okay.
Actually, it's bittersweet, I'll say that. Because I flew specifically from LA to come for this game.
Okay.
I picked this because I was like, one, the global people are not going to come to this one.
Yeah.
Odds are good to get tickets.
Good odds.
And 2, I was like, there's a really good chance we'll get a win here.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So that's disappointing, but it was great to be here.
Yeah.
But it felt very flat.
Yeah.
Everything did.
Yeah. I think I agree.
It was on the other side of the stadium from the Ipswich fans, and they were louder than anybody around me.
Yeah.
It was
really. To be fair, they were one of the loudest I've heard this season come here. To be fair.
Yeah.
They
were going, and
yeah.
I mean, the guys just looked lost.
Yeah. I think everyone was a bit lost. I think it was kind of a little bit unexpected. When their goal came up to that point, I hope Ipswich fans would agree, but they weren't offering a lot, Ipswich, but it just felt that Bournemouth couldn't get anything going.
It felt like they had energy for the first 10-15 minutes.
Yeah. And
then it just switched.
Yeah.
And then from where I was sitting, I just watched a lot of crosses come towards and then straight to Ipswich, straight to their defenders constantly. We just couldn't. There's no passing.
Yeah.
So
it was good to see your countryman come on, Tyler Adams.
Yes, I was exciting. I thought he did. I mean, he came on and he was in it.
It was good. Yeah, he was good.
He was stuck in it, and it was nice to see Alex Scott be stuck in a lot. I thought he had a pretty good game.
Okay, good.
I felt like the last few games I've seen him, I'm like, come on, what are we doing?
Yeah.
But he was in it and at least working hard. I'll take effort.
Yeah.
I'll take effort. So.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry you can't go back with 3 points.
I know. Well, I'm here for Saturday too. So.
Okay. We'll get it.
Try again.
We'll get it there for you. We'll try.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Brilliant. Thank you so much for coming on. Nice to meet you. Thank you. Hey, how you doing?
Yeah. I'm good. Well, not good.
No, I always trick people with that question. Don't worry, that's a normal, polite response.
It could have been better.
Okay.
Well, it's falling off a bit, I think, but at the same time, we're still up there. Could be done. You never know.
You can look at it 2 ways, can't you?
Yeah,
you can say we're only, I don't know how many points from.
Earlier today, I was like, guaranteed we'll lose to Ipswich.
Okay, really?
It's going to happen.
Yeah.
And then we'll go back, we'll beat Man City, City away, Arsenal away, easy peasy.
That's how you feel this kind of team might get more of its points from those kind of games.
Yeah.
Okay, well we got West Ham next, so we're kind of in the middle.
No, to be fair, they had a good game plan today. What are the stats actually?
Well, that's the league. I'm looking at the league now, and oddly we're up to 9.
We're up to 9. Like draw. Well,
Yeah.
from that, what? How are we up to 9th?
Yeah, so we are only a point off 8th.
Are we up to 9th on goal difference?
Yeah, we're only a point off 8th, so we can still get something. this season.
How does that work?
It is quite bizarre. It's quite bizarre. Okay, let's talk about the rest of the season then. So you're talking about maybe that's where we get a point. So are you still hopeful? You still think we can do this? Get something
I think
more.
I'm going to be hopeful still,
Okay.
but to be honest, today was very disappointing. I thought the players we brought on didn't do the job, and just starting in general, it just didn't have the flow we normally have.
No. Okay.
It reminded me of the Brentford, and to be honest, the City second half.
Yeah.
It reminded me of that. It's just like we didn't really,
Not coming together, was it? A bit disjointed.
Yeah, we didn't really have a chance when you think of it. Second half. And,
Okay.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah.
All the best.
too.
See ya.
Yeah, cheers.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Not so good. This is literally my first game back in a couple of months because I've been missing this because of my job.
Just wait a little bit for me if you don't mind.
Yeah, it's fine. But yeah, what a way to come back, eh?
Yeah. So that's okay. That's made me feel better because that means I can blame you for this result.
Shit.
No. I mean, we've been on a bit of a poor run, and that kind of hopefully that's the end of it. It's not really the result that we expected or wanted, but Ipswich, to be fair, played a good game.
They did play a good game. I mean, I think Kieran McKenna immediately knew what the game plan was going to be because as Bournemouth are attacking side, Ipswich are a lot more. Well, they looked a lot more better defensively, and I think they had the game plan immediately. Just like, what's the word? Just like put down like a coffin or something 6 feet under the ground.
Yeah,
that's how we were today.
Yeah.
And but what I think annoys me, like I was talking to one of the people that come on here.
Yeah.
Like at the start of the season, if you said to me that we would be in this position,
Very true.
I would take it.
Yeah.
But when you look at this, from going from being Arsenal, Man City, to then losing to Ipswich on your home ground,
Yeah.
it's not good. It's not good. And
It's not good. No.
and as well as that, the players just look unrecognisable. I saw there was one little part in the game where Semenyo was just in his own half, and a couple of months ago, if Semenyo's in that position, he drives, but no, he decides to just pass it off to the side.
Yeah.
What's the point?
Lack of confidence, do you think?
Lack of confidence, and also maybe a lack of style. I think Areola has maybe been found out, I guess, because if anything, it's just all become way too predictable. Just crosses into the box every single time we're going against a low block team.
Yeah.
Like every single time we were around the edge of the box, we were always crossing it. Have a shot at least. Test the keeper for God's sake.
Yeah, the chaos has gone, hasn't it? Somewhat.
The chaos is and if anything, I'd probably say that's also down to maybe even the squad as well. I said a couple months ago that we at least had a decent squad. My oh my, do I take that back?
Okay.
Because I do think the injuries are killing us at the moment. Because when I looked at the starting lineup, I thought we would at least have a decent squad, at least some attacking options because of the international break and coming back. But then I see Tavernier and Sinistera injured again.
Yeah.
It's so irritating the fact that we have only Jefferson and David Brooks on the bench as the only senior attacking players. It's not good enough.
No.
It's not
Okay.
good enough.
Thank you so much for coming on. Appreciate it. Yes, JJ. Send us home. Come on. Give me some positivity. Come on. I know. Get your bad stuff out first if you need to.
Positivity. It is great that we get, people from America and stuff like that come to watch the game.
Yeah, that is good. That is good.
Yeah, that's the positivity. So now that's out of the way.
Let's talk about the football. Okay.
I don't know, what has everybody not said? Flat.
Yeah.
Lethargic.
Yeah.
I think the game was lost in the first half, really and truly, Tiggs. It just looked, I don't know, we were doing so well. We were on such a good run, and then, I don't know, we were just in the middle of a rut, and I just don't think we know how to get out of it. It looks like football's just not quite been at it the last few weeks. Everybody looks a bit off the boil, never really knows how to play on the half turn anymore. Every time we bring Ryan Christie off, we're struggling yet again. Yeah, he came off due to injury, but it just looks just looks flat. I'm still lost for words after Man City, let alone tonight. So yeah,
I'm gonna say something now, and this may get some boos from people watching this on their phones and things. It reminds me a little bit, and I hope I'm not going to upset anyone, but Leeds under Bielsa, tearing out the tracks. Everyone said, well, great football, but then all the players started getting injured and getting tired, and you just wonder if the way that we play football, that high intensity that's brought us so much, flowing, exciting football, that seems to just be disappearing now. And I'm wondering if it's the players getting tired, the players getting injured, and it means that we can't play at the same intensity.
That's a very good example, actually, because Bielsa football was similar to Iraola football, actually, in terms of the high intensity, the high press, and the triangles and stuff like that. So if we look at their drop-off compared to ours, it's sort of, you can kind of see where it's coming from.
Yeah.
So I think you're right. Obviously, we've got 3 games. We had City tonight, and obviously West Ham on the weekend. 3 games in 8 days. And I just don't think we've got the squad depth for it. You look at tonight, again, the substitutions, I just don't think we're quite at it. We're just crying out for a shot, someone to have a shot, and it's just not quite going our way at the moment, and that's the frustrating thing. But
we
we've
need
got
a skank one, don't we? We just need some bit of luck.
I don't know what we need, honestly, but we need something. We really, really do. We've got to make use of the home games. I'd say we were in a really, really good run. We're really, really hoping for Europe, and now we're just seeing our players getting tired. But it's understandable. The Premier League's not easy. But having said that, the home games, you have to win them. You simply would drop too many points at home, and that's the frustrating thing. And when you see games where we just don't really have any identity, any style of play, it just makes things even worse. And the crowd were getting quite restless tonight, rightly so. But yeah, we've got to keep the faith. That's another positive. Up the cherries and on to West Ham on the weekend.
On to West Ham on the weekend. We'll give it a best. Thank you, buddy. And that's it for us, done outside of Dean Court. There'll be a matchday vlog coming for this, if you can bear to watch it. There's also going to be a second look and a preview to the West Ham game, which is coming up the weekend. And just a little shout out to me. I want to say hello to Tommy. Met your dad this week. Up the chest.